Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Here we go, second and 6.
Now back to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second and goal at the 13-yard line.
What do you mean? You've known me. I've had this
First
before.
down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Throw left side. There's short. And now,
oh, he fumbled in the end zone!
Up by the Titans. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that. For them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Staley, and down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after here coming up. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own
No, I think it was only one. It was the other
And able to work about 5 yards out
right
there
or
as
something. It
he's
was that
taken
post
down
about.
up near the 47. Last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Rome Odunze, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start
Yeah,
to this
that's-
quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense.
Not
this
to
one's gonna
mention,
go
that's
back
such
and forth
exhausting
all game
paper.
long.
And that probably
Like, even
won't
if
be
we
the
could,
last
like,
long
she's don't
touchdown
use
that
some
we see in this
daycare and
one.
then
Extra
yeah.
point right down the middle.
And she's
that
hungry
makes
and
the
wants
score
to-
14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go. 18, Pioneers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins at 12-2 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Yeah, this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Let's go now. Check smash. Check smash.
And that will be incomplete as well.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
It's a bad pass. Why did I
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here.
Oh my
Strong
God!
defense,
Open your fucking
that's
mouth!
something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now a play fake here on first down. He gets it to Thomas. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And now they'll shift things around. A give, running right, H.M. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Warriors 70, go! 19 Lions. Mustang 19. Hut, hut.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. He'll look to throw. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
They'll try the left side. Stealing. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
third down. It's Jenkins, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And Thomas has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Again, it's Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try now for Moody. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Ready?
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
In motion right is Smith. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Staley. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, Staley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's a Titans touchdown. David Njoku, 26 yards. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of the defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. To the right side and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Give him 32 on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Smith will come in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter. Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd and 2. Got a man and he hits him. Now the ball comes loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw again. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2nd and 9 now. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now in the afternoon. Achane is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Still going. They can't stop him. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now a handoff up the middle. Staley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. On play action, they'll throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
One more time with Achane. Again, they stop him behind the line. That is read well for a 2nd straight play defensively. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Running left, Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Staley, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 145 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a New England.
Check it out. Hit you with no delaying, so what you saying, yo? Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be